What is up, y'all? You already know it's your boy Zay. I'm back at it in Picasso's. Give you guys some insight on the shoe that I did get done recently. I will be posting the whole thing, the process, the full restoration from beginning to end. But you already know what we gotta do. I gotta tell you the story of how we got this shoe. Shout out to my best friend Emma. Thank you so much. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be doing this still. Shout out to Mohammed Usman. If you guys don't know who that is Kamaru Usman's brother in the UFC. Dude is super cold, super down-to-earth guy, man. I just couldn't thank him enough for everything, for giving me that chance, and for just telling me to go get locked in, just to get my bag. So I appreciate it. But without further ado, we're gonna dive into this shoe. We're gonna get into this restoration. And I just want to give you guys game, give you guys life. That's what it is. So without further ado, peace. Alright, y'all, let's get into the bag. So you already know we did the icing part of the video. I did not put that in this video just because I did not record. But in the process, I worked my way from the bottom up. So after I did ice the soles, I did go over paint correction with the midsoles. There were a little bit of purple that was a little bit scraped off, and also some parts of the black on the back of the midsole. But since most of the midsole was still kept pretty good, and it has a really good factory finish, I don't want to alter that, so that's why I taped it off. Now, other people would say paint the whole thing, but you really don't need to. It's not going to change anything bad about the shoe, because what matters is how you prep it, but also how you paint and finish it. If you paint it too chalky, it's going to crack. If you paint it too thin, it's not going to blend. So that's just common etiquette. But right now, as we are taping up the shoe again, everything's situated, I'm going to show you the spots that are indicated here. You want to make sure that you do tape off the icy part of the shoes wherever you're going. So make sure you get that situated. So those two spots were the big spots that I did see, and on the other shoe as well, it had a big chunk. So you always want to do a test print when you spray with the airbrush before you do anything. Right now we are doing the prep work. I did apply some acetone to break up that little area right there. I forgot to tell you to also make sure you add fork coat at the end and then apply finisher also to give it that glossy look if you don't have the gloss. And right now I did a light coat with the brush. Make sure you guys mix in your too thin for your airbrushes with the paint. Then you want to go very lightly over the heat gun onto the midsole to dry off that paint, and then in between layers of the paint you want to do paint finisher, paint finisher, paint finisher, paint finisher. So I think I did about 4 coats on the paint and the finisher just to make sure it color matched and it blended pretty well. You guys can go on Angelus's website or on Amazon to find the paint. It is literally just called Grape 5 because it is a collector's paint. And as you see here, we're just going over nice coats. After we got that situated, we moved on to the black section. I pretty much just repeated the same steps as you did with the purple, but instead of using an airbrush, I used a paintbrush because of the ink and dye. I wanted to keep the colors separate and didn't want to cause any confusion. After that, I did the same thing like I said, paint finisher, and then we moved on to the dye. When you do the dye, make sure you clean and brush off everything when you do dye Nubuck. It is to prevent any dirt or grime or anything to get stuck under there. You want to make sure that you have an even colored coat before you apply the dye. You want to apply the conditioner and the waterproofer. This is to prevent anything from staining out. And as you guys can see, your boy cooked it up. Make sure you guys like, follow, and subscribe for more content. Everything will be posted down below, the materials used, all that. But like, follow, and subscribe for more. You gotta tap in.